Hello, what is up guys? My name is the Cherno and welcome to another video. As you have probably noticed, I look a bit different today because I got that haircut that I was telling you about in the last video. Well anyway, today I'm in this beautiful place called the Hanging Rock, and today we got a little update video about a new series. Or two. Or five.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Cherno. Welcome to another video. It's so cold. I'm at Hanging Rock right now and it's like probably less than 10 degrees. But we got another update video. It's been a while since the last update video, but today we've got something pretty exciting to be talking about. We're going to be talking about a new series on this channel. Still haven't gotten that haircut. So the C++ series has been going on for about 6 months, and the number one question that I keep getting about that is, cool, you're showing us all of these concepts and we are learning the language, but how do you apply this knowledge to actually write programs and write software and make games and make game engines and all of that stuff? Now that I know C++, now that I know how to write C++, how do I actually make a program with it? And that's kind of what the new series that are going to come on my channel are really going to focus on. So there's kind of two main series that I want to introduce. Both should start sometime this year. And they're both kind of going to complement each other in the sense that I need to, like, my ultimate goal is going to be to make a game engine and a game with C++, kind of from scratch, right? So everything we've been learning about C++, everything we've been learning about optimization and performance and all of that, we're going to put that into creating a really, really good, efficient game engine that's capable of some really nice graphics, and we'll make a game from that. That's kind of the end goal. That's the long-term strategy, if you will, for this channel and all the series coming from them, from that. But the first step is probably going to be to learn about a graphics API, so specifically graphics programming. How does that work? I've never really done a series on that. I did like a Flappy Bird series and I had the Sparky Game Engine series, but those were very, like the Flappy Bird series was kind of teaching OpenGL, but that was in Java, so like let's just put that hot garbage away. But then with the Sparky series, that was more or less me kind of making an engine live in front of you guys and streaming it, and it was like an hour per video, and it wasn't very well explained, I think. I don't know, I just didn't like it too much. So my goal is going to be to actually create a graphics series teaching OpenGL. We're going to start with OpenGL, but we may get to DirectX and Vulkan eventually. Vulkan's probably going to come last because the drivers right now are terrible, and it's just nowhere near mature enough, so I don't really want to go into a Vulkan series. But DirectX 11 is really, really good. DirectX 12 might be a bit too low level. We'll deal with DirectX a bit later, but I still feel that if you had to implement one graphics API into your engine, Vulkan's a bit too risky, a bit too early to go with, so I would still probably pick OpenGL. So I think we're going to start with OpenGL. I mean, most of the concepts are going to transfer to Vulkan and DirectX anyway, by the way, but we're going to start with OpenGL, and we're going to kind of work our way to the other APIs. But the OpenGL series is going to cover everything. I mean, everything about modern OpenGL and how to write a graphics engine in OpenGL. And we'll get to like physically based rendering, deferred rendering, you know, post-processing effects, just everything. Like, we're going to make some real like AAA quality graphics with this, believe me. So that's going to be really exciting because I love graphics programming. So I can't wait to get into that. And the main goal of that series, though, is not going to be to make some kind of engine, right? We're not going to create a graphics engine. We're going to create a very, very, very small framework, and mainly consisting of stuff like maths and utility classes, but we're not going to make an engine. Like, I want to show you guys how to actually write the OpenGL code and how to call the OpenGL API when you want to do something, and we'll kind of end up hopefully implementing every example in one file, instead of having to kind of split it up into an engine. I don't want to make an engine from that at all. Why are you filming rocks in your shoes, Slavic? Come on.
To mix it up?
It's not going to look good. So I just wanted to make that absolutely clear, that we're not going to make a game engine or a graphics engine out of OpenGL. That's what the game engine series is going to be for. It's going to heavily reference the OpenGL series. During the game engine series, when we do end up having to deal with graphics, I'm not going to try and kind of explain absolutely everything, like how triangles are rendered on your screen, because I'll just be able to reference the OpenGL series, which is why I also think that the OpenGL series should probably come first. I don't want to talk too much about the game engine series just yet, because again, the first step is probably going to be to do that OpenGL series. I do still want to maybe have both of them running concurrently once we get up to a certain point in the OpenGL series. C++ series will still continue, obviously, by the way, but having like maybe, you know, one episode of each series per week, so that'd be like 3 videos a week or something like that. I think I could probably manage that, and that's probably a good kind of level of diversity, and people can kind of tune into the ones they want, or all three. All three is going to be the best choice, obviously. But yeah, ultimately, the game engine series is going to be more about how to implement kind of what we've learned in OpenGL into an actual game engine environment. And the game engine series will cover multiple graphics APIs. We'll probably have OpenGL and DirectX and Vulkan, like, you know, all of them in the game engine. So we can kind of pick which one you want to render with. And obviously that's going to matter on different platforms, because if you're on Mac, or maybe on like an Android phone or an iPhone, you're not going to be able to use DirectX. So you can pick another API. Anyway, it's going to be cool. It's going to be a huge project. I'm hopefully going to have a lot of community involvement as well. Yeah, I'm really excited about the whole thing, to be honest. And now let's look at what else I wrote in my notes. Once per week at a minimum, it's going to be for the 2 series. We're going to start with the OpenGL series. Maybe we can kind of rattle off a few of the basic episodes quickly in like 1 week. I can make, you know, just a few of them per week or something, and then eventually come back to doing 1 per week when it gets kind of more hardcore, and as well as having the game engine series happening as well. And the main point of the game engine series is obviously to make a good game engine, you have to make a game, because the game is like, you'll be testing the engine with the game. So we're definitely going to make a pretty like interesting game. Right now my thoughts are kind of making something like Minecraft, and the reason I want to make something like Minecraft is because it's a good mix of kind of like, you don't need to be an artist to make Minecraft, but on a technical level, Minecraft demonstrates a lot of challenges, such as, you know, huge kind of levels and data, and dealing with all of that, efficient rendering, you know, batching in an efficient way, and you can implement pretty much any graphics you want into there. Obviously we're going to go with some cool like physically based rendering and stuff like that, and many kind of dynamic lights and shadows and all of that stuff. And then we can obviously add like 3D models to Minecraft and all of that, but what I mean is I'm not an artist, and I don't really think that I could work with an artist to make something like this, because I'm probably not going to have enough time, and it's just not, like, obviously I have a full-time job, so it's going to be a bit difficult for me to do this if I was working with an artist, and I'm not a very good artist. So making something like Minecraft is going to be pretty simple from the art point of view, but it will still look good because I can focus like all the kind of looking good efforts, I guess, on lighting and stuff like that. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the update video. Let me know what your thoughts are below. I think I am going to start that OpenGL series first though. I was contemplating starting the game engine series first and maybe not focusing on graphics and all of that, but I think that logically it makes sense to start the graphics series first, and then to kind of, you know, bring that onto the game engine series once we actually reach the point of having enough graphics knowledge to start writing like a basic kind of rendering API, I guess, and some kind of API for rendering in the game engine. But obviously these series are going to be huge, specifically the game engine series, probably several years worth of stuff there. Hopefully we can get something up and running as quick as possible, and then we'll refine it over and over again, just so that I don't bore you guys with setting up like a year's worth of code before we even see something nice on the screen. So leave your thoughts about what I've said in the comment section below, because obviously I want to kind of collaborate with you guys to bring you guys the best content that you can possibly get, and to teach you like everything I know in an efficient way. So let me know what your thoughts are, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
No, do it again.
The whole thing?
And then yeah, the thing.
No, I can't, just like, that would be a jump cut. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Park closed like over an hour ago, and we thought that like the closing time was more people not being allowed in, but apparently you're supposed to leave before the closing time. Who would have thought that, right? They almost towed our car, but they didn't, because it's there. Let's go.